Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. We're in a new setup today. I'm changing some things up here on the channel. So if you see some things moving a little differently, looking a little different, some new intros coming along, some new backgrounds, decor, all of that, this is what we're doing. We're taking the channel in a new direction, revamping the vibe in here. I've got Miss Kitty here. Hey Miss! Miss is here. She's here to deliver all the tea to us in today's video. This is the first run of this new setup. Miss Kitty came up here. She wanted to deliver the tea and stuff. We'll see how long she stays. She wanted to be here to talk about the new tea. Isn't that right, Miss? I know it, Miss. So she's here. We're going to talk about the tea. We're going to be talking about Def Noodles today because I happen to miss a big, I know, Miss, I'm telling him, I happen to miss this one tweet that Def Noodles had put out, and it was really kind of weird, really kind of shocking. I want to talk to you about it, right, Miss? I know, Miss wants to talk to you about it too because it really honestly was just not a good look for Def Noodles. I really don't agree with what he did in that, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure you keep on watching. There's no intro today. I'm in the process of revamping my intro. I'm just over the last one. You guys, I know, Miss is over. Miss is so over the intro too. Miss is like, you know what, Mama? I've been telling you for a long time. It's time to get rid of. I know it's time to get rid of that intro. It's time to revamp everything with a new vibe, with a new energy. And Miss Kitty isn't saying, I want to be in the videos, Mama, but I don't want you to hold me. So we need to figure something out. And that's why I figured this out. Isn't that right, Miss? She just doesn't like to be held. She's getting used to the camera. She's getting used to all the business, but she just doesn't like to be held. I think this is a good space for her. She's on the armrest of the chair here. Isn't that right, Miss? She likes it. She really does like it. Okay, so let's talk about Def Noodles. Miss, so you were telling me that Def Noodles made a tweet that I missed in my last video. Isn't that right, Miss? Okay, yeah. And then what was the tweet again that he put out? Okay, she wants me to put it on the screen for you. So I'm gonna put it on the screen for you so you can see it. And basically, he told someone to go educate themselves at the end of a barrel of a shotgun or something. I know, Miss. How messed up is that? It was so messed up. It really honestly was. In all seriousness, I know Miss is here. I know you guys are probably geeking the fact that Miss Kitty is actually here in the video with us. We don't really have her in the video very often. I'm very excited this is happening. This is kind of going exactly according to plan how I want it to go with the new setup and everything, where she jumps up on here and you can actually see her meowing and stuff. I can't tell you how many comments I've ever gotten in the past. The cat is fake. The cats aren't real. Her meow is fake. You're just putting meows in the video at specific times. No, this is real. She really does talk back to me. Isn't that right, Meow? So she really does respond back to me and talk with me and do all that stuff. Yeah, and so anyway, so the Def Noodles thing, it really honestly, in all seriousness, I don't like the whole thing that's going on with that. I don't think it's ever appropriate to tell somebody to basically unalive themselves, which is essentially what that comment was. It essentially was a comment telling, you know, the person who was talking to him, who he quote tweeted, to go off themselves, which is never something I think is okay. It brings up into the conversation the discussion of mental health, right? And there are just some things I don't think that you mess with online. And I think that, you know, trolling mental health issues is not one of them. I don't believe that you should ever. I know, Miss, I think it's horrible. Miss says she doesn't think you should ever joke or make, you know, any kind of trolling comments about mental health, especially when it comes to the topic of unaliving yourself. We think that that's very not okay to do. When I missed this tweet, I couldn't believe I missed it because I actually put out a video yesterday about the same Def Noodles and his tweets and responding to the haters and all that stuff. And that video kind of circled around parasocial relationships. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Miss. Parasocial relationships. And what I say in that video, I still stand by. But I think that I have added comments to this after. Okay, bye, Miss. See you later. Okay, I guess she's leaving for now. I don't know. We got a little taste of Miss Kitty. What I said about parasocial relationships, I still stand by that because I feel like that's a big issue with not only with Def Noodles, it seems like, but with a lot of creators and people taking their bond they feel like they have with creators based off of what they put online and stuff to kind of seriously and thinking that they really know them and stuff. All that I said in that last video still stands. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll put a little card up here somewhere for you so you can see it somewhere in the video. I don't know if I'll put it exactly right here, but just keep a lookout for the little cards that pop up in the top right corner of the video. But that tweet that I had missed, if I would have seen that tweet before I had made the previous video, I think the video would have gone in a completely different direction. Because when it comes to the discussion of mental health and staying healthy and trolling people who might suffer through mental health issues and everything, I really don't mess with that. Being somebody who has struggled with mental health in the past, I don't want to go too deep into that, but there have been some dark moments in my life. You never know what someone's going through. You never know what somebody on the other end of the phone or the screen or whatever is going through. And so I just don't think it's ever appropriate to joke around like that, because you never know. Like the person that Dennis or Def Noodles, whatever you want to call him, Dennis, Def Noodles, whatever. I feel like when it's a more serious topic, I tend to call him Dennis, and then like when I'm just kind of joking around, I call him Def Noodles. You never know what the person that tweeted that to him was actually going through mentally, what they've been through in their life, their mental health struggles, or anything that they might be going through. And so to send something like that to somebody, you just never know. It could be the thing that is the last straw for them that makes them take that final step into doing something they will deeply regret. Well, they won't even have a chance to deeply regret it because they'll be gone, but they will leave their family and friends and the people that care about them just completely lost and distraught. You just never know what someone is going through. And so while I don't necessarily think that you should dance around and tiptoe around all the people that are hating on you online, because the thing is, there are so many people that are constantly hating on creators online, constantly bullying, being mean, whatever. I don't think you should tiptoe and dance around them. Sometimes people need to be told about themselves, and honestly, I'm a big supporter of telling people how you feel. If you feel some type of way because they're being disrespectful to you, then you should say something. But there are some lines that you just don't cross, and one of those lines that you don't cross is discussing somebody's mental health or trolling mental health, trolling that word I cannot say on YouTube because I'll get demonetized, right? And I want this video to be monetized. You just don't do that. It's tactless, in my opinion. Def Noodles actually made a response to this and to the age thing that he went through, the age drama. If you guys are not caught up in this drama, Def Noodles has been advertising himself as being 27 years old in his late 20s for a while, and it actually turns out that he's actually in his late 30s, which there's nothing wrong with being 37, but he was lying about it because he said that a long time ago when he was doing more acting instead of YouTube, that his managers and people that he was working with his acting career had encouraged him to lie about his age so he would get younger roles because he had a younger appearance and all that. I don't see how that makes much sense. You're talking about, actors all the time play people that are much younger than them in Hollywood and stuff, so I don't know. I think it was an odd choice to lie about his age. But when it was revealed how actually old he was, he didn't really shy away from it and say that's not true, He kind of just owned it and was like, yeah, actually this is how old I am. I'm actually relieved that people know. So he did that, but people were still upset. People used so many different reasons to, talk about the reason he lied about his age. Some people said he was being predatorial. Some people said that he was just trying to look younger to appeal to a younger audience, all that stuff. My stance on that, I talked about that with my best friend Zach in a video like last week. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. But our stance, TLDR, too long don't read, was, older people in their 30s in my opinion, have a more solid grasp on more of life than somebody in their 20s does, generally speaking, because you have more life experience. And so the commentary that we can provide on people is a little bit of a different approach than, say, somebody in their 20s or in their early 20s or whatever. And not that the people in their early 20s don't provide good commentary, it's just that I feel like the people that are in their 30s and even beyond their 30s have a little bit more of an insight into different ins and outs of life and things that you could possibly go through, different perspectives and all of that, because they've been there, seen that, done that, lived through it before, and now they're just commenting on somebody else going through something they might have been through, or somebody they know somebody has been through that, or whatever. So anyway, that's not really what this video is about. But so he made a video kind of trolling that. It was an apology, but it was a troll. And then also he was basically saying like, who the F would care, right? And then in this other apology video, he was essentially mocking or trolling the situation again. And that's where I had a bigger problem with this, because you got your gang of cronies all together and you guys just mocked this situation. And it makes me really wonder, like, over there on the other side of things, because you never know what's real and what's fake on social media. You never know how people really are on social media until you interact with them and hang out with them. It's like, do you really feel this way about mental health? Do you really think it's okay to just sit there and tell someone to basically go off themselves? Do you think offing yourself or unaliving yourself is a joke? Because that's how it's coming across. And, his rebuttal to all of this is nobody can take a joke. You guys are too uptight. The internet doesn't laugh at anything. You guys did it up. There's a lot of stuff the internet laughs at. But I don't think that this situation is one of them. The age thing, I can laugh a little bit more about that one. But this situation, I can't laugh at that. I can't laugh at you telling someone to go educate themselves at the end of a barrel of a shotgun. I can't laugh at that. Because there are people every day that choose to do that very thing. And then they're no longer here. And life is too beautiful and too precious to do that kind of a thing. I have to dance around what I'm trying to say because of YouTube, but I hope you guys are kind of following me along with this. I know it sounds, if I could say directly everything I wanted to say instead of dancing around this, I think the message would come across a lot more clear and a lot more serious, but I can't because of YouTube. I know it missed. This is like, I'm so over YouTube's restrictions. I know it missed me too. It's just sad. And then it brings into conversation like, so is Def Noodles really okay? Is Dennis okay? Because I don't see how any good person, or is he a good person? Because I don't see how any good person would really think this was okay. And then it just brings up into conversation again about how he just doubles down. He doesn't back down. This man is incapable of owning up to the things that he did wrong. He's incapable of a genuine apology. And it, in that way, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I've been thinking it, but not thinking it was that severe. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This whole situation is kind of giving me like a little bit of Gabby Hanna vibes, right? Because Gabby Hanna, when you think back to the whole Gabby Hanna thing that happened last summer, you would think that Gabby Hanna really is a good girl. Like you want to like her when you watch her videos. She seems, she's pretty. She seems, fun enough to be around for the most part. But then when she just derailed like she did, and we found out all of these things about her, and then she refused to take any accountability for anything that she did, it just completely morphed everything that people thought of her. Every ounce or, little tiny bit of hope that anybody had for Gabby Hanna went out the window. And then where is she now? She's not doing well as far as social media goes. I don't know how she's doing in her personal life and, her mental health and all of that, but she's not doing well on social media, that's for dang old sure. Dennis, Def Noodles, you have been in this media, thing for so long. You a comedian, actor, YouTuber, all of that is performing in the spotlight, right? Being a public figure of sorts. Does he realize that what he's doing on his YouTube channel, the way he's making himself seem on his YouTube channel, will carry over if some way he decides to say, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm gonna go back to film, TV, comedy, not on YouTube? Does he not realize that's gonna carry over? These big, heavy comments that you're making that are just so not okay about telling somebody to, basically off themselves, that's not okay, dude. Like, you think that the film and TV world's gonna be okay with that? Listen, cancel culture has surpassed just the YouTube realm at this point, and there's people that you just don't get work anymore when you start acting like that. YouTube, you create your own work, and you can put your own work out there, and people can choose to view it. But if you decide to go out there into the actual, comedy world, film, TV, all of that, and they see that you've been acting like this, you think they're really gonna hire you? So you can say, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. but you might, because at the end of the day, this is how you make your money and how you provide a living for yourself. When this stops being a way for you to provide a living for yourself, and you decide that you want to do it through film and TV and comedy and all the other, media, outlets that you can take, and they don't hire you because of your problematic past and they don't want to be associated with it in their like professional, entertainment realm, what's going to happen then? That's a good point, dude. That's a good point, because he has said that he doesn't care about any of this. You watch it, you don't, whatever. The only form of this that he can control and know he's going to continue to make money for himself is through YouTube. Because through YouTube, when you have a following as big as his, as long as you're consistent, if you keep posting, really honestly, it doesn't matter how big your platform is. On YouTube, if you're consistent, you stay posting, and you just keep doing it, you will continue to make money. And you will, either stay stagnant or you'll grow. So that's your guaranteed income right there. Because let's not forget, this is a job. He has to think of this from a business perspective. It's not just all fun and games. Unless he wants to go, do a 9 to 5 somewhere after that. I'm not sure what he would be qualified to do a 9 to 5 in. Maybe I don't know. Could he go wait? Listen, I'm a server, so I'm not dissing him when I say this. He would have to go wait tables or something like that, and that would decrease his income, significantly. Could he survive? Yeah. But it would be a significant lifestyle change. So it's important to think about the longevity of your career and the lasting effects that saying these awful things could have on you. And no, not everything's a joke. And you might want to consider it. There's a lot of things that can be jokes, but when it comes to the way that he's acting, this downward spiral that he's on, keep offending every single community out there. It's giving Trisha, it's giving Gabby Hanna, it's giving, self-demise, if you will. And it's just so sad to watch, because I really did once really enjoy him. And you know what? I've been making these jokes, like Def Noodles. Oh, he's so cute, but he's an asshole. Oh my God, he's so cute. You follow me on Twitter. I've been, flirting with him on Twitter and stuff. No response, girl, but I've been flirting with him on Twitter. And I don't even see him as being that cute anymore after all this. It's just changing my perspective. And I'll tell you what, it does take a lot to change my overall perspective on a creator. As the time has gone on my time on YouTube and me seeing the ins and outs and behind the scenes and meeting people and doing all this, it takes a lot to really start to change my perspective on someone. Because I know that a lot of this stuff that is out here is performative. So, but it's just it's hard to believe it's just performative. He will not back down. He was in a Twitter space for 6 hours and he didn't back down. He danced around apologies, but not really. Overall, that's just a bad trait in a person. Not being able to take any accountability for your actions, girl. It's just overall, it's a bad quality to have. It just really is. I don't know, but let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. I just had to come back and make another video and talk to you guys about that tweet that I did not see before, because I don't want it to be looked at like I condone that tweet. I didn't mention that tweet in my last video because I didn't know it existed. But I don't want it to be known or said that I condone any of that kind of behavior, because I don't condone it. And I wanted to make that very clear, because that is something that I really just am not for. And that tweet existed when I made my last video, but I had not seen it. I don't know how I missed it. I really don't, because I have my notifications turned on for Def Noodles on Twitter because of all this drama that's been going on. But I really didn't see it. And I don't know it's because he tweets so much or whatever, but I didn't see it. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about this new setup and everything, about Miss Kitty being able to join us up here. Let us know. Miss Kitty, you want to come back, Miss? Miss, you want to come back, Miss? She doesn't want to come back. She's chilling over here. But let me know what you think about the new setup. I have some other stuff that's going to be coming in for over in this area, some artwork and stuff like that, but it's not here yet. It's a work in progress. Let me know what you think. And also about this whole Def Noodle situation and the tweet that he made, because that is not okay either. I want to know your thoughts on all this in the comment section down below. Let me hear from you. I want to hear what's up. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.